Yeah, we have the e-propulsion 1 kilowatt outboard here. It's been designed in Hong Kong and made in China. It's a lovely little unit. It's a 1 kilowatt motor at the bottom and a 1 kilowatt battery at the top, which we have forward and reverse on the tiller. It's nice and responsive. And with electric, it's a lot easier to manoeuvre because you can just select a nice slow RPM if you're bringing your boat back to the back of your tender to the back of the boat. It makes it a lot easier to manoeuvre. Great for kids. And
Can you make that fast?
anyone, yeah, you can control that if you want to.
There you go, you're an expert now, you're driving the boat.
The kids love it, the ladies like it because it's so easy to use. You haven't got that old problem of more choke and more throttle and all that sort of stuff.
Just explain how do you pull it up and recharge it?
Yep, sure. On the display, just power off, undo your power cable, pull the plug out, only one clip, battery comes off, she's 8.8 kilos. Got another plug at the back here to plug in a mains charger, which you can take a shorter to charge, or what a lot of my customers do is anything above a 300 watt inverter can run the charger to get the boat battery charged up again. It also is a lot more successful if you're on the back of the boat, you want to pass the outboard down, you can just pass the leg down, 8.5 kilos, bolt that on your dinghy and then pass the battery down. If you drop the battery, don't worry, it floats. And waterproof, everything's waterproof.
One item, if you hit something with a prop, do you damage the seals on the drive into the...
No.
What reinforcement have you got down there?
The prop is on a shear pin. And we don't have a gearbox, it's just a direct drive. It's a brushless DC motor, no brushes. And one of the advantages of that is it makes a lower noise. Plus another advantage of electric, you can actually, when it senses that it's hit something, it will turn off. It's not going to keep chopping your foot to pieces or whatever you rock to pieces. It will turn off and come up with a fault on the display.
Have you any thought of putting a guard around it at any stage?
No, not really. You don't need it because you don't have that problem.
The earlier model ones with another brand become a major item. The seals going and before it gets in there, bang.
These have been good.
How long have they been on the market?
A bit over a year. There's some in commercial use over in WA doing litter collection. They're equal to around a 3 horsepower 2-stroke outboard as far as the comparable to a gas.
What sort of rib would do? That would cover?
I would say any rib. We've got a customer with a 2.9 metre rib and solid bottom. He uses that. At 3 knots, he uses about a quarter of the power, 250 watts, so he gets about 3 to 4 hours out of his rib. If you want to go flat chat and draw a wake and make a wash, then you will get 1 hour, which incidentally 1 hour battery, a petrol battery does 1 hour from a full tank, so it's comparable. But what I don't like to compare it with petrol because really this is a better technology. It's quiet and there's lots of advantages to this over and above petrol that you should buy electric for. If you're cruising, you only got the one fuel on board, your diesel engine, you haven't got to buy extra petrol. When you put the outboard down in your boat, there's no petrol or oil from a gearbox to in your locker or over your upholstery. This is all totally clean. The other advantage is when you leave the shore and you're on your dinghy, you're there holding your dinghy with the petrol, trying to start the dinghy, trying to pull start while you're trying to hold the dinghy into the waves to get going. This, you just jump in and go. Another customer, he came in on shore in his dinghy. It was a wavy beach. He got rolled. His outboard went underwater. But it's electric, it's fully waterproof. Put it back up again, ready to go. If it had been his petrol outboard, he would have been stuck with an outboard full of water. So
Moving on to the next one up,
that's a Spirit 1 kilowatt. This is an Abbey 6 kilowatt.
6 kilowatts.
6 kilowatts, yeah, it's a 48 volt motor. The motor for this one is in the top and a gearbox at the bottom. She swings, you have a choice of propellers. She swings a nice big 340 mil diameter prop, 216 mil pitch, which is great for pushing a mono sailing boat or catamaran. That's great. There is another prop with a higher pitch if you wish to do a planing dinghy. It has a Bluetooth control. There's the choice on the Navi 6 of having the tiller control here, or we can have a remote control by Bluetooth. which is great for the sailing boats again, or dinghy, get up the front and do it rather than having to be back at the back steering. Provision for using the steering cables if you wish to do that, or you can lock it off. Comes in a long shaft and a short shaft.
What's the difference in length?
About 100 mil. About 100 mil.
What's the length from there? What's the length of that one? Like that's waterline. Normally, is it? In a dinghy, right there?
That would be the base of the transom. That would be equal to the bottom of the hull for a cavitation plate. That's an option. If you're doing a displacement boat, we wouldn't put a cavitation plate on. I would have to look at the figures. I can't remember off the top of my head, sorry. But it's a standard 23-inch transom they worked it on for the long and short legs, so it's comparable for the industry. These dart deeper in the water because the props are a larger diameter, so they are a longer leg than a comparable petrol outboard because you have the advantage of torque, electric motor, you can run a bigger diameter prop. And as most marine guys know, it's torque that gives you the efficiency, and it's torque that gets you that grunt. And of course with all the electrics, you get that grunt quicker. Because the electric motor, it winds up faster, and you get better control for berthing because you can adjust the throttle finely.
And going in reverse, you still have the same sort of
speed and grunt. Yeah, and we can actually adjust the reverse speed if you feel that it would be too much for the reverse and you may swamp the dinghy. We can adjust it down so you can't make that mistake. That's another advantage of electric. We can actually muck around with those figures. And
price range, roughly, you're talking about.
The Spirit One is $2,695, including GST. This is $4,995, and then add the batteries for this one.
So if you put a master volt, 24 volt, 48 volt,
This is a 48 volt system.
48 volt standard 75, 50 kilo battery pack there, which is 5,000 watts.
And 5 kilowatts.
5 kilowatts.
Yep.
That would give you what sort of a life?
Okay, well this is a 6 kilowatt motor, so that would be about 3/4 an hour. Normally we at full power. It's my own boat is electric. I run a 6 kilowatt version, and it's very hard when people talk about range because it's like a rubber band. At 3 knots we draw, like a 30-foot boat. At 3 knots displacement we'll draw 500 watts. 4 knots it'll draw roughly 1,000 watts. 5 knots it'll draw 2,000 watts. 6 knots will be 4,000 to 5,000 watts. So it comes down to if you think you're getting low on battery, you can just drop your speed, increases your time, but the range increases exponentially. We tailor the battery banks to match the person's boat, and as you've been yachting, you'll know that we have the rule that for Cat 5 you need to go the 4 hours, and 1.8 times the square root of the water length in metres for 4 hours against a 12-knot headwind. So we then tailor the battery bank to suit that person's yacht's need. Yeah. So
we're about to bring out a foiling 4.9 and 5.9 rib.
Okay.
We're going petrol at the moment initially.
Yep.
But eventually we want to drop back into electrics.
Yep, sure.
And we're talking about popping the thing out of the water.
Similar to a torpedo.
Okay.
Same idea.
Yeah, well this one will do that with its plate and go with lithium batteries, and we can fashion you up a lithium battery bank to do that. That's not a problem. And it's being a nice unit. The guys sailing with us, the crew love it.
You're based here in Sydney? Or?
I'm based up in Brisbane, but the crew love it because they can talk. And when you're berthing and manoeuvring, what the people are telling me is your stress level drops because you haven't got this bang, 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 bang motor, then you can't hear the crew, you can't hear the berthing.
Quite regularly. I've got a lot of mates up there who've got cats.